Hello everyone, today we are doing a reading about unexpected blessings to come. This is to be within a time frame, as in by the end of the year. So we have pile 1 with key, and that is going to be with the Goldstone crystal. We have pile 2 with complex with a clear quartz crystal, or they can call it clear quartz point. And pile 3 we have begin with the citrine. So go ahead and take a moment to choose your pile. Now that you've chosen your pile, you can go ahead and click it in the timestamp to go to your reading. Alright, pile 1, if you guys chose key with the Goldstone, this is going to go, we're going to do your reading now. So I'm going to move this to the top for our little display. So we're going to take a look at 3 different blessings. We're going to see blessing, details, and environment. What blessing can I have the details? Environment of this blessing. Okay. Right. What's the second blessing? Details of this blessing. Environment of this blessing. What's the third blessing? Details of this blessing. Environment of this blessing. Okay. Trying to make it all fit. Might be able to move this guy in the corner, and then we can shift up here so you guys can see. We don't want anything too hidden. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So the first blessing is going to be regarding a relationship of some sort. Most likely, it seems like, I think it's going to be someone that you consider a friend and that you're close with. There's going to be like a stroke of insight that they have more feelings for you than they thought. So someone's going to come forward. I think it's going to be someone within your friend group is going to come forward with feelings for you, having feelings. And it could have been something, I think, honestly, for them, I think it's something that they're just now realizing themselves. Like, I feel like they might have been somewhat oblivious to it. They might have noticed that they really enjoy your friendship, but they haven't really noticed that maybe they had feelings that had developed, but like more than that. But I think now finally it's kind of coming to a head. Like, it's clicking for them now. They're understanding that, like, I see this person as more than a friend. Your second blessing here is going to be in regards to creation. So it's going to be something that you're creating. Could be within like a job or work. You're going to be able to finally finish a project that you've been working on for so long. And it's going to allow you some time to do a little bit of traveling and do a little bit of rest, or like take a break from having to work within that so long. But it's going to be like I an idea that's going to develop. You're like, I really want to create this. I really want to make this. And you're going to be able to go through with it. Now, during the process, it won't be an easy one, even though the blessing is that you're going to be able to complete it. It's going to be hard. You're going to struggle a little bit to figure out how to do it. And there's going to be times where you're going to lose faith within yourself of being able to be confident of knowing how to do it. You're going to have some self-doubts creeping in about that. And so it's going to take some work, but you will see your way through. It will happen. It's going to be completed. A lot of times there's going to be a time where you're going to almost want to give up on it. You're like, there's no way I can figure out this problem. But then, as it sits in the back of your mind for a long time, it's going to be like, oh, wait, you're going to have like that light bulb moment of a solution, because your mind is always working on that. Even when you're not consciously thinking about it, your subconscious is trying to figure out the problem, because that's what our minds love to do. Our minds love to problem solve. And so it just naturally does that all the time. Even when we're even when we're in, I'm trying to see like incognito mode. I don't know if that's the right word, but I just feel like it's just always kind of going and trying to figure out what's the best solution for everything. Like, it just thinks in kind of compartmentalized everything and trying to like figure out the best way to go about it. And I mean, that's just how our minds work. So I think that even though you have these doubts and confusion, you're going to be able to find your way through it. And the last blessing, I believe, is going to be more of a personal thing. So it's going to be more of like by personal, I mean like this is going to be an issue that you're going to resolve within yourself. Because I can see that in the past that maybe you feel like you are not having your own back, and you could be really hard on yourself. And it just feels like there's a lack of peace within that. And I think... And it even could be, I think it's just causing disharmony of working with others. Like, it's just harder to connect with others when you're constantly telling yourself like, they're not going to care what I have to say or think, or they're not be interested in my ideas and what I believe, or like, I don't know. It just makes it harder to speak to people when you kind of have that mindset. So I think you could be feeling quite a bit of loneliness in your life currently. But it seems that what's going to happen is that you will start allowing yourself to connect with people. And that could be because of the project that you're working on, because of this idea that pops up. It might allow you to collaborate with other people. Or it could be totally different. It could be like a new work situation where you're like, okay, we got to work as a team to kind of figure out this issue. We have to work as a team. Like, you're going to grow stronger relationships within your life. And I'm seeing this more of like work kind of relationships, more like professional. And I just see like it could be a thing in the past again where you just don't feel totally immersed in it. Like, you feel kind of separated from the people that you're interacting with quite often through what you do. But I do see a turning point in that. And I think that's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot with, again, how you feel about yourself. Because then, when you start having more love for yourself and more faith, and like you're not overthinking about like what other people are experiencing when you guys interact. It's more just about enjoying, getting to spend time with another person and just having that present moment with other people. That's what the focus is on, and building those relationships. And I think that's going to reflect in how close you get to them. Like, you'll actually be able to connect with them a lot easier. It'll feel less forced. It'll just happen naturally, as you have a natural curiosity of like, how does this person think? Or, or like having to problem solve together, kind of always, you're getting over a problem together and you're working as a team. And I think that always builds a bond. So now we're going to do some Oracle. This one's going to be more of like a general / career oracle. What are some additional messages for pile 1? Additional blessings, I should say. So we have soulful. Oh, 2 came out together. Fairy tale. Divinity. So I'm going to have a quick look at the book. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to get a general overview of what it is saying about these cards. So hold on one moment. Okay, so soulful is kind of mirroring this last blessing here. It's in regards to being able to like look within yourself and to kind of pay attention to what your feelings and thoughts are, because if there are negative feelings and thoughts running in the background, it's going to affect how you're interacting with people. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to take a quick look at fairy tale. I think that one's more about like whatever you want will come true, which is almost like your second blessing. It's like these are really mirroring that. Actually, fairy tale is more about finding the awe in life. So finding your joy within it and kind of letting your life be a fairy tale, essentially. So just fully immersing yourself and kind of enjoying what's to come. And then divinity. So divinity is more about like you have more talents and more power within yourself than you currently think. So you're going to be able to surprise yourself. And really, when you go through this journey of whatever you're creating, being successful with it, I think it's going to show you a lot. It's going to show you that you can do it and how much strength you actually have. You're going to learn that even if you have these self-doubts or confusion about which direction, you will learn to trust yourself and being able to push yourself in the right direction. Even if you go off track for a little bit, you'll know like, okay, I see that, let me go here. And so you'll be able to figure it out. And next time something happens or similar, you know which route might be more beneficial because you've tried different routes for different things. It's all about experimentation, and you're going to be learning to trust yourself more within that. And so the next oracle is going to be more about love and relationships and kind of seeing what is going to come through. Woo! That was me being messy, but I'm going to put that on there. Oh. You guys, heart-shaped cards are really awkward, okay? So we have, there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Again, it's like going for whatever this idea is. Alright, I got 2 more here. So, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I think this comes back to here as well. Don't forget to let your life become that fairy tale. And we have passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surround you at the present moment. Enjoy it. And I think that seductive quality is going to be bringing in your friend here. Maybe that's your magic. Alright, and then we're going to pull one more oracle deck. This is the Healing Spirits deck, and this is going to go ahead and take a look more at the spirituality side of what blessings may be yet to come. So we have send out help to others. I think that's going to come with this last one here, where you are able to collaborate with others and figure out problems together. You don't feel like you have too much on your back, like most of the responsibilities on you. It should be a shared effort. Oh, there you go. Your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. Hello here. We're having, mostly what these oracle are really doing is confirming that we're onto something here. Like, this is what this reading is about. So yes, you are going to have, again, it will not be an easy journey to be able to complete this idea that you have, right? But it's going to happen. Have the faith. All right. And we have, there's so much more to you than you think. Wow. Powerful. I don't even know what to put. I'm going to put this in the middle because there is pile 1. You know, having these like self-doubts and overthinking is just, that's something that we're having to learn to release here, because that is going to be holding us back from having that good relationships with other people, and being able to believe in our abilities and what we can do and contribute, because we're here for a reason. Like, we have so much to give. We have so much that we can contribute, and it's time to give ourselves some credit for what we can do. All right, pile 1, these are all the messages that I have for you. Please like and subscribe to help support the channel, and stay sentient, stay kind, guys. I hope your blessings come true. Bye. Hello, pile 2, if you chose complex and clear quartz crystal / clear quartz point, then this is going to be a reading. I'm going to go and move your card over here to make some room, because we're going to go through 3 blessings. We're going to take a look at the blessings, details, and environment. So what's blessing for pile 2? I'm going to put this at the top. Can you give me the details for this blessing? Okay. And can you give me the environment for this blessing? Environment for this blessing. Okay. I see. All right, so blessing number 2. Okay. It also came out, honestly. Details for this blessing. Wow, you guys are getting cards galore. It's getting more complicated. Environment for this blessing. Okay. And then for the 3rd blessing, what is this blessing for pile 2? And what is the details of this blessing? And what is the environment for this blessing? Oh. Alright, so blessing number 1 is going to be in regards to your career. So you're going to have a lot of financial success, but it does seem like around that there is some shame around it, I would say. So maybe you thought that you got this financial success unfairly, or you feel like some other people are suffering because you're gaining from it. Or you feel like, you could almost feel like you're using people in a way. Not like purposely, obviously, because you feel bad about it. So I feel like there's some kind of shame around how you obtain this financial success, this career success. You feel like maybe you had to do some backstabbing, or it's something along these realms where you just don't feel like it's something to be proud of that you have gotten here. And so what this blessing is going to be is that you're going to find some peace within that. You're going to be able to release this shame, whatever it may be. Because I think you're going to go through a journey where you realize that this is something that, you know, this career that is giving you financial gain is something that you are passionate about. And it's something that you do care for deeply. And you know that deep down inside, your intentions are not to come in and hurt or use people. Your intention is that you're doing something that you love and you just happen to get some financial gain from that. It's just more of like an addition to something that you care about. It's not that you're here to purposely... I was thinking infiltrate, but that's not the right word. What is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's like use people, but there's like a specific word for that. Why am I blinking? Sorry. Let me think about it. One momento. Exploit. There we go. Don't know why that was so hard. You're not trying to exploit people. And I think that, again, you're going to come to a realization of your intentions and you're going to be trying to combat this in a more positive direction. So, you know, there's other people that might be within your field that are going in there with the wrong intentions and they are coming in to purposely use and hurt people. But for you, you want to go about it a different route. So you're still performing, like you're still giving the same product or performing the same service, but you're doing it with a good intention way where you're looking after the client's back. You're helping them. And so I think you're going to go in more with the mindset of that. And for that reason, you'll be more at peace. Your second blessing is going to be either have to do with your family or with a partner that you're with. So either like it could be depending on your age, of course, or where you are at in life. It could be with like your actual family, with like siblings and parents and cousins, whoever you're surrounded by, aunts and uncles. Or it could be if your family as in like your husband or wife or your kids and like that kind of family. So it's one of those. So I feel like there is a time in your past that you felt like you were neglecting your family, and it had to do with certain addictions, certain bad habits. I think a lot of it is surrounded by almost like whatever the habit it was kind of draining your finances. So it could be like something that you're obsessed with, that you're like buying things, you're just like carelessly doing it, like not even considering your family, or just somehow making your family almost feel like they're not a part of your family. Like you're just like your own entity. Like you kind of just distance yourself from them. It could be a darker addiction than that. Like it could be around drugs, which also is a financial burden. And so whatever it is burdening your family financially. And it's a situation where you felt like you couldn't get out of it. Like you're just like, I'm so addicted to this, I can't. And it's like, you know, you don't want to do that. You know that you want things to change and that you're wanting to move forward on a new chapter, but you almost felt like you're stuck. So what I'm seeing here is that you're going to be given some kind of something is going to help you along your path that's going to allow you to release this addiction that you have. And that is why I believe these first cards in reverse, because I feel like this is something that you are releasing, that you are not going to have to carry that burden on any longer, and that your family is going to celebrate with you about this achievement, about this new step that you have taken forward. So whether that you had to go through like a recovery process, or there's something that is going to change your mindset of why you're addicted to this. Like something within your family is going to draw you away from this addiction that wasn't there before. Like some kind of new, it seems like some kind of new thing is coming into your environment that's going to cause this change. And I'm not sure if this is, I don't even want to put this on anybody, so I don't want to say certain things. But let me think of how I can say this properly. It's just something that's going to just be shocking. That's going to kind of be almost like a 180, which is why we have a Wheel of Fortune here. It's just like whatever direction you're going in now can swiftly change. So if you feel like it's going in a bad direction, it will swiftly change to a good direction. But for that to happen, something in your environment will change. It will not just be like a random light switch that pops open like this epiphany or anything like that. It's going to be an event, some kind of huge change that's going to be, it's going to throw you off course, and it's going to motivate you to want to release this bad habit more than ever. Okay, and then the last one is giving me, I want to say the last one is going to be about moving forward with the next step in your life. So I feel like before, you know, it could be all these other things that you've been dealing with could have caused you to feel more hesitant to move forward. And I think that I think these two are kind of tied together, these bottom two. I think once you are able to release this addiction that is following you around, this dark energy, then you're going to have more faith within yourself, more belief within yourself that you can move on to the next chapter. You're strong enough to do it. I feel like you've been carrying this hesitancy to move forward. And I think that this new blessing is going to be you feeling more inspired to. So I'm not seeing anything specific as in you're going to be successful with it or anything like that, but I am seeing that you're going to have that spark lit back inside of you that you felt like is dead for so long. Like you might have felt very like depressed with life, of saying like, I'm not moving forward, I'm just stuck in the same place. You know, life is just not, it's not it, and I don't know what to do for my next step. I'm just living life. Life is living me at this point. I'm not living life is living me. So I do see, again, like some kind of joyful spark coming in that's going to be more like inspirational, and that's going to allow you to become more lighthearted and allow you to feel more inspired to go forward to a next step, to go forward towards change that just wasn't there before. So now we're going to pull some oracle. It's going to kind of take a look at just like a general extra messages of blessings, about your blessings that want to come through. So we have focus. Beautiful. And faith. So I think you are going to have a lot of focusing on your inner healing and the journey within it, finding beauty within yourself in this life, and having that faith that you will be able to be successful, you will be able to pull through, you know. And I think almost looking at this card with complex, it's almost like you feel like you have so many faces of yourself, and you have so many sides of your personality, and some that you don't even want to admit that's there, that you want to look at. And so it's time for you to look at that. Look at every single aspect of your personality and be real with yourself. What do you feel like is no longer serving you or working for the best benefit of your personal growth and the growth of your family, the well-being of the people that you care about? So it's kind of taking more of a look into that and being, you know, that takes a lot of bravery within itself to be able to look at every single side of you and being real with like, okay, I don't like how I feel about how this went down or how I treated the situation, and being able to like take steps back and be like, okay, this is how, you know, without punishing yourself, without thinking you're less of a person for it. It's kind of releasing that, but just be having an awareness of it so that you can move forward differently. That is already commendable within itself. So this next deck is going to be more in regards to, oh my goodness, love and relationships. There they're heart-shaped cards, so they're always like really awkward to hold. I'm still kind of getting used to like shuffling and holding them. All right. So messages for pile 2. Messages for pile 2. They also tend to get like disoriented, so I'm trying to like, don't do that. Alright, messages for pile 2. Well, messages. Alright. That's a beautiful picture if I've ever seen one. So we have soulmate. Your soulmate is ready to be with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Alright, so if you're already like married or in a serious relationship, then it's kind of confirmation that your partner is going to be there with you and supporting you through this whole life journey and change and struggles that you're going through. So this person they love you enough to be willing to work with you through that, but you have to show up for them as well and show that, you know, the appreciation that's there. If you are not with someone, then I think working on this is going to allow you to become closer to meeting your soulmate and knowing that like your change is going to help bring them in, like that's going to prepare you to be ready to receive that kind of relationship within your life. Oh wow. So we have time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Allowing yourself that space to focus on that healing and knowing that it does take time. It's not an overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. And nor is our healing. And then we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So you have a lot of love surrounding you, pile 2. You have people who truly, genuinely care for you and your well-being, and they could be, you know, worried about some of these negative directions that you could be throwing yourself in. People are here to support you, and so allow yourself to also see that you are loved and feel like it's okay to be able to lean on the people that you love and that love you to help you get through this and help you to grow into the person that you are wanting to become, because you will be able to release soon. Again, you'll be able to release all of that judgment on yourself that you have been giving, and you will be able to move forward in a more positive direction here. All right, and now the last one's going to be healing oracle. So we're going to get some additional messages around healing and blessings around spirituality. Whatever comes through, honestly. Additional spiritual hug. All right. So your spiritual team from non-physical reality is trying to come through, and they are wanting to give you a hug. So if you're watching this video, go ahead and hug yourself. Go ahead and give yourself some love and grace, and stop, just attacking yourself for a moment, and give yourself a hug for your spiritual team, because they are wanting to hug you right now. And hold yourself tight. Feel the love flow through your veins and flow through the warmth of your hands onto your arms or your torso, whatever you're hugging. Just feel the warmth and the love pump through, and just take a moment for that. Now go ahead and release it, and let's focus back again on this reading, and just feel that overwhelming support that is around you, because you are here for yourself. You're here to support yourself, and so is your higher self. Your higher self is watching over you and trying to help guide you, and so is the collective of the oneness is, you're a part of it. And so I want you to succeed. Pile 2, additional messages for pile 2. Okay. So we have, to overcome, you first have to climb. So be willing to make, look at this, we have the Fool here. Be willing to make that step to move forward, to have that willingness to be able to forgive yourself, to have some lightheartedness, to like move forward towards what you want and not dragging the past along with you. And instead of using it as like a weapon for, why you don't deserve it or why you can't move forward. Instead, using it to propel you and saying, this is more the way I need to. And now I have more clarity of how to do this. I'm going to pull one more card for you guys. Pile 2, additional blessing or messages. Okay. All is well. All is going to be okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune here, pile 2. Okay, it will not be struggle, gloomy forever. It's going to turn into something more on the positive side. The wheel always turns. It's never going to keep going down, down, down forever. It's going to come and pick itself back up. And you have to help guide along that way. You're the one taking these steps. So you're going to help guide it, and you have the spiritual hug, right? So with these two together, with you guiding the way and having that intention and that willingness to move forward, and knowing that you have that backup support and that love from the universe, is going to push you towards where you want to go. All will always be well. All is well, and what is meant to be is for the best. Those are all the messages that I have for you, pile 2. Please like and subscribe to help support the channel. And stay sentient, stay kind. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose Citrine and Begin, then this is going to be your pile. I'm going to put this over here. Boop. So we're going to take a look at 3 different blessings coming your way. We're going to see the details of each blessing and the environment. So what blessing is coming in for pile 3? Royalty. What are the details of this blessing? What are the details? Okay. And what is the environment of this blessing? What is the environment? Okay. What's this next blessing for pile 3? What's the next blessing? Oh, there we go. Promise these are blessings, guys. What is the details of this blessing? And what is the environment of this? Oops. What is the environment of this? Alright. What is the third blessing for pile 3? Oops. And what are the details of this blessing? And what is the environment of this blessing? What is the environment of this? Okay. Pile 2, this was painful. It was not recording the whole time. I always went through your read. At least I went through their first blessing and I rambled on for 10 minutes. All right, so I'm going to try and abbreviate what I was saying. What I was saying is that your first blessing is going to be regards to career. You will not have to be so if your career was emotionally draining because you felt like you were constantly giving to other people, even though it was financially successful, it still felt like it was draining your energy and you couldn't rest, and you're always like giving to other people emotionally, and that you had no time for yourself, no time for self-care. You're finally going to get an opportunity to where you can rest and you can take that break and you can have that time to focus on yourself. And it won't be a thing where you can be frivolous and like spend here and there everywhere you want, but you will feel financially stable enough to where you can enjoy. You won't be stressed about your finances. You can enjoy different aspects of your life and spend some things on yourself. I was trying to give an example that it could also be kind of like a blessing in disguise kind of situation. As for myself, I was working full-time for 2 years, and although it was financially stable, I was getting totally depressed because I was going back to the same building every day, same hours, same days of every week. And after years, it was just really draining and getting to me, but I wanted to push through it for one more year. But instead, life chose it for me and said, no, they're leaving. Their company was moving, and they're like, we don't need you anymore. So I was stuck back in freelance before I felt like I was ready. And so of course I was scared and nervous about it. But at the end of the day, I finally, got to get away from that depressing every day, same place. I was more just sprung out until now I can create my own schedule and figure out what I want to do, and I can have more rest and not feel like I'm emotionally draining myself every day going to this job. But I also have enough money to like survive off of for a while, so I'm not so paranoid. I'm a little paranoid because I was like, eventually I gotta work, but I was able to figure out my way along the way, and now I'm finding something I'm more passionate about, and getting to have my own schedule is really, really nice and less emotionally draining. So anyway, that's what I was saying, is that you guys are essentially going to be allowing yourself in career-wise to take more time for yourself at this point. You'll get a break. Your second blessing, wow, I can condense 10 minutes into 2. That was amazing. Your second blessing is going to be in regards, let me see if this is more for, I think this is going to be more for yourself, honestly. So I feel like this could also be geared towards like that career type thing, a situation where you felt like you were doing too much, like all of this work was put on you and all the stress of all the things you've been having to keep up with, and like I feel like it was just suffocating for you, and that you felt like you're trapped, or you felt like you couldn't grow in the way that you want to fruitfully for your own well-being. Like it was going more towards a negative direction. So I feel like this next blessing is going to be like a major change, and that's why I was giving you the example of my job leaving, because you guys have the tower. So it's going to be like, I think it's going to be a huge change in your work life, where it's, again, it may not seem like so positive at first, but then afterwards you're going to realize like, wow, I no longer feel stuck. I no longer feel like I have all these burdens that I have to take care of and do. So there's going to be some kind of major change that's going to cause you to have to go a different direction with your work and your career. And that in itself is going to allow you that environment for you to become the person that, or get the life that you want. And so it's not, again, this will be a hard journey, but it's going to be like a relief, because now you can finally focus on your happiness and your well-being and how you emotionally feel about having this as a part of your life. It's going to be more it's going to be less of like a survival thing, and it's going to be more of like something you actually enjoy and care about. So that's what's going to change there. And I almost want to say this third. We could have 2 interpretations here, right? For this third blessing. like we have the Lover, so this could literally be new love coming into your life, because we also have the Ace of Wands, so it's like a lot of passion and sparks flying, and like this union being, like you could have a very strong union that you're coming in, and you're going to be able to build a life together. And so maybe this could be like a part of the situation too. Maybe it could be like, well, the person that you fell for lives on the other side of the country or lives somewhere farther, and so you have to leave this job that you had been doing to go be with this other person. I mean, that's a possibility. Or again, this could come back into like what you're doing for your career. And I feel like, you know, for the majority, honestly, I feel like this is what this is. This is like, this whole reading is like 3 blessings geared towards one geared toward one situation. That's kind of what this reading is feeling like. So by that I mean, like, if you leave this work and this situation that was burdening you, unfulfilling, emotionally draining, and now you're getting to have that rest, you're getting to have burdens lifted away, and you're no longer feeling trapped and stuck in the same place. Well, now you have the room to be able to create the life that you want. And it's going to feel more like, I could almost see the Lovers as like one side being you and the other side being life. And that you're feeling finally connected with life, that it's in balance, that what you're giving is what you're getting back. Like, it's all, you know, it feels like you have more control of your life, and that now you have the power within your hands to decide, what do I want to do next? Where do I want to live? What career do I want to work? What do I feel like is going to be more emotionally fulfilling for me? Now that I can leave this, you see how this one is bounded here? It's like it's connected to the wall. That makes me think of this. Like, I don't have to be stuck grabbing onto this career that's, you know, forcing me to stay in this box and forcing me to stay in this place. I can now grab onto something new where it's in my hands, where I can now choose. I can now create my path. I can now do it's not laid out for me no more. Like, I'm no longer in these ball and chain of having to like do this. You know, you could feel like this career is like forcing you to live in one place and forcing you to live your life in that way. You now can release that and create the life you can have more control of your life now. You are taking your control of your life back, and that is how I am seeing this, is that you're finally able to have that freedom for yourself. Alright, so now we're gonna pull some oracle cards. Ace of Wands is flying. It's ready to take off. This new journey is ready to take off. And so yes, it can seem scary, and that's why you are holding on to your finances tightly, but not too tightly, because you have, you know, a little wiggle room. So it can be scary, but I think you're going to find so much more peace and happiness through it. You're going to feel so much more connected with the universe and so much more one with the universe, because I'm seeing this honestly as like it is the universe. This is the oneness that exists of what we are, everyone connected, everything in the universe that's working together, that's allowing it to play out the way it is, and how it's all like intercepting together. And I feel like you're gonna feel like it's all circling, like it's all a part, like you're a part of it, and like it's no longer, you know, forcing you into this box, but you are now working with it. Alright, so okay, so we have Earth. Additional messages for pile 3. Compassion. Okay. And light. I am loving this, guys. So I feel like, again, this earth is regarding to like how your soul is manifesting your life on the earthly realm. And so that's why you are taking back control. You are having the life for you. Your life is for you. And so you should allow yourself to fully embrace that and to fully have have the life that you want, because you have that freedom to have compassion. I think this is compassion for your inner child, knowing that, like, what did you want when you were younger? Like, what was the life that you imagined? And that spark you felt for life, and that excitement and that wonder, you know, taking that back and allowing that light to come through you, right? Really, like, realizing that life is light. It's not this darkness. It's not this ball and chain of we have to like work to survive and do, you know, because, you know, one person can see it like that, but another person can be like, well, now I have the freedom to like have my own career that I want and to create the life that I want, because I can put the work towards it. I can take the risk. I can travel. I can meet people. I can, like, all these opportunities, I can help them come to me by putting myself out there, and putting in intention towards it is going to up the probability of you finding a way to make it happen. And so it's like kind of allowing your spiritual side to connect with the earthly to feel that fulfilling life that you deserve. All right, this next deck is more around love and relationships. I'm going to say bear with me. It's a newer deck that I own, and they are heart-shaped, so it's a little awkward to shuffle. They get discombobulated easily. Here we go. Additional messages for pile 2. Wait. Oh, I just threw it. All right, here we go. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. So yeah, whenever this tower moment happens, even though you're going to be like a little resistant to it, it's going to be for the better. It's not for the worse. So now we're going to pull the next card. One moment. That is my shuffling. Alright, additional messages for pile 2. Additional, there we go. Oh. Okay, we got a bunch. We're gonna take them because we're feeling we need the love right now. So we have a healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Hello. For your relationship being healed this very moment. Wow. I feel like this is your relationship with life, honestly. I feel like that's what's needing the most healing right now. I feel like life currently feels like it's suffocating you, and that you're just not connected with it. You're not feeling at peace and at one with it. And I think that's what this healing and this light is about, is healing with this earth, the connection that you have with earth. We have surrender, as at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it all will work out. Right, we're gonna have to let go of this situation, this work. Secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. It's a little hint. Maybe do you have a little secret admirer in your life? Never know. Think about if someone's been giving you those vibes. It might be true. All right, so now we're gonna pull the last bit of oracle. It's going to be from our Healing Spirits deck. This is going to be either about healing in general or spirituality, blessings within that. So what messages do you have for pile 3? Oh, that was me. That was not the cards. All right, there we go. So what messages do you have for pile 3? What messages do you have for pile 3? Alright, there we go. Send out help to others. Okay. Boop. Maybe something like whatever the direction that you are wanting to go within your relationship, within your life path, you may want it to be regarding around helping others. Maybe that's what's going to help feel more fulfilling for you. Maybe you don't feel like that's something you currently have. Okay. You are your purpose. Wow. Okay, is that in line or what? Your life should be about you, right? It's not about survival, it's about you, and it doesn't have to be lived by survival. It just doesn't. Like, if you take the risk and put yourself out there, you will be surprised at like how things will work itself out and will naturally flow. And then you'll be like, wow, I just created my life for myself. Wow. All right, and then one more message for our pile 3 here. Okay. Your spirit guide can lead you, but can't do it for you, okay? So take your life back into your hands, and yeah, having that faith that having that trust that if you take that leap of faith, that you will find the path that is more fulfilling for you. You can take back control of your life, okay? All right, pile 3, these are all the messages that I have for you. I hope these blessings come true to you, and I hope you strive for the most happiness and fulfilling life that will feel great for you, because you deserve it, pile 3. Please like and subscribe to help support the channel. Stay sentient, stay kind. Bye.